Amazon doesn't care about the profit. Amazon doesn't care about the cost per lead. Amazon wants you on their ecosystem. Think Apple. When I have a MacBook Pro, and I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, I have all these things. I'm a part of an ecosystem that becomes my life. That's what I become accustomed to. And that's what Amazon is trying to do. So to not think about Amazon as a direct competitor, somebody that could potentially get into space, they are after everything. My name is John Bowler, and this is the None Size Fits All podcast, where every week I'll be sharing my candid thoughts on what's happening in the real estate industry. Good afternoon. Welcome to the None Size Fits All podcast. My name is John Bowler, co-founder of Grid Consulting. Today, we're going to be talking about Google. We're going to talk about Facebook. We're going to talk about Amazon and the potential for them to enter the real estate space. I've always found it interesting that we're in this time, this change in technology, where you can see this serious competition coming from the FANG stocks. The FANG stocks basically look at every single industry and say, there is upside. We need to be there. And I'm not sure if the industry that we're in, if it's ready for it. You know, when I ask the question, like, are you fearful of Google? Are you fearful of Facebook? Are you fearful of Amazon? You get a lot of responses that are geared towards like, no, I'm not that scared because of X, Y, and Z. And like the rebuttal is, are you serious? Because they have far more capital than any company that is in our industry. Most of these companies, well, all three of them have far more infrastructure and have really made their name on their ability to execute quickly and have infrastructure to do so. The idea of being able to move quickly when they make a choice is just something that is really tough in the industry. You see, companies take 12 months to come up with a brand or 2 years to basically execute on a full launch of a product. So, I look at these three and I say, like, we should be aware and thoughtful about the fact that all three of these, one of these is likely going to enter the space in the near term. And I don't have any idea of when that is. So let's look at Facebook. So they're already in the space. So they're slowly ramping up their entrance into real estate. What's fascinating about them is they have a cost per lead often of $7 to $10. So $7 to $10, dependent on location. Yes, the lead quality is going to be lower. And the reason why is because people don't go to Facebook to look for homes. But it's still a serious fraction of the cost of a portal or a lot of the different lead sources. So Facebook, the lead quality is worse, but the price is that much cheaper. And if I'm paying $100 a lead versus $7, that means I can, in theory, buy 13 leads from Facebook for the price of a company that's charging it for $100. So I don't know about me, I'm thinking of that as, okay, 13 to 1, that's a crazy ratio. What could I do to basically take advantage of that and know that their pricing is cheaper? And then you think of Facebook, you should think about, ad load is one thing, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. But really what that is about is it's about driving adoption, usage, using that as a mechanism to get people on your platform. And then over time, you can expand it. And you see that play out over and over and over again with these different marketplaces and these different tech companies. So Facebook, they've already partnered with Zillow. They already have their own standalone products. But what they have that's really a differentiator is they do have this crazy targeting. They have this targeting. They have more information and more data about any of us because they know what we're looking for, who we're talking to, and what our search patterns are. So Facebook, super interesting to me, whether it's from a product standpoint or it's just a full-on integration where they're now in real estate and there's some type of marketplace. They've proven time and time again that they have the creativity, the innovation, the ability to add additional marketplaces. And you see that right now with the Watch tab as well as the marketplace. So Facebook, super interesting. Amazon, they teased about 6 months ago the concept of connect with an agent. And, the industry went crazy and all of a sudden, like, stock market tanked for anyone in real estate because Amazon, the big dog, was coming into the space. Why I think Amazon is so fascinating. Like, they've already teased it and then they pulled it down, of course. But, one of my favorite books is by Brad Stone, Amazon, The Everything Store. Amazon famously started off as a bookstore. They then migrated to the Everything Store. And the Everything Store is, you can buy anything there. But you think about where they're going right now. They're literally involved in every part of our lives. And Jeff Bezos is the top leader of our generation. So when you think about what Amazon has the ability to do at any moment, have the infrastructure, they have the employees, they have this desire to move quickly and to execute properly. And they have the ability to take the everything store and truly mean that. The one thing missing in their marketplace that you can't do right now is get homes. What happens if Amazon decides to get their brokerage license? They now have all the listings. They now are on and have homes on their site. And then they focus on the consumer experience, which they're incredible at already. And they connect people with great agents. Amazon doesn't care about the profit. Amazon doesn't care about the cost per lead. Amazon wants you on their ecosystem. Think Apple. When I have a MacBook Pro, and I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, I have all these things. I'm a part of an ecosystem that becomes my life. That's what I become accustomed to. And that's what Amazon is trying to do. So to not think about Amazon as a direct competitor or somebody that could potentially get into space, they are after everything, the everything store. So Amazon is fascinating. Moving to Google, I don't have a ton to say about Google besides the fact that they have search. They have this, they have the ability to be in front of us whenever they want. And what is stopping them from knowing when somebody's looking for a home and then basically pushing ads or pushing agents' faces in front of them? So what happens? I'm so fascinated with these three companies. The FANG stocks, they're so interesting because they're literally touching everything now. You could be a search site like Google, but Google is going after autonomous cars. Facebook has WhatsApp. They have Instagram. They're going after AR and VR. There's a lot of people in this space that are here, but what happens when the big dogs come in? Amazon is the one I think that I would be the most terrified of, Facebook second, and then Google third. But I guess, last thoughts is how does the industry react if one of them come in or if two of them come in? There's a ton of disruption right now in real estate. There's a plethora. There's so much venture capital money coming in. And it would be naive to think that the big players, the big tech stocks, aren't looking at that as we need to go after this. They saw it with Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft were able to pull one over on people because they got ahead. They were first to market. And then, Lyft and Uber came in and Lyft came in. But right now you can see specifically Google kicking themselves for not being a part of that at the beginning of the cycle. So with this money coming in, whether it's Open Door or OfferPad or Compass or these different companies that are heavily backed with funding, it's worth knowing that these companies are probably paying attention. And I guess the only thing I think we should all do is be ready for it, be thoughtful about it, and not think that it's not going to happen, because these companies move quickly. They're dangerous. They're thoughtful. They're progressive. And holy crap, they have a lot of infrastructure to pull something like this off. So who joins the party first? I don't know. Do I think it'll happen? Totally do. I'm not saying anyone is right, wrong, or indifferent or who's going to win. Just saying that it's likely that somebody gets in at some point, and to not be open to that is a little bit crazy to me. So that's all I have this week. Thanks for listening. Pleasure as always. Looking forward to talking about more topics soon. Thanks. Thank you again for listening. Every week I'll be releasing fresh content, so tune in. And if it's of value, please share it with your network.